This is the first time that we here in Malaysia is going to experience the ASUS flippy camera contraption thing. That is because when ASUS last released a phone here in Malaysia, it was the Zenfone 5Z or 5Z, whatever. That was back in 2018. And ever since then, ASUS was the only one who made this kind of flippy camera doohickey thing. And finally today, we get to share our experience with you after using this for like a few weeks. So here we go. So in this video, I'm only going to focus on a few things that are unique to the Zenfone 8 Flip, because when you compare this with the Zenfone 8, the compact one, it's pretty much identical in many aspects, especially the software and also performance side of things. So if you want to learn about those, check out our review of the Zenfone 8. Now, the Zenfone 8 Flip is pretty similar to its predecessors. It has a glossy curved glass back, and yeah, I mean, they should have stuck with the matte finish on the Zenfone 8 because it looks nicer, feels a lot nicer, and also you don't get this kind of fingerprint magnet. The main highlight of the Zenfone 8 Flip is, of course, in its name, Flip. Now, within this camera module, we have a total of 3 different cameras. One ultra-wide-angle camera, one wide-angle main camera, and then another telephoto camera. This entire triple camera module is hinged at the top of this phone, and this whole thing can be flipped up to act as a selfie camera as well. And you can even use it in anywhere between the flat collapsed 0-degree angle or all the way rotated outwards at 180 degree. The camera app is also made to cater this feature, so if you hold the volume buttons while in the camera app, you can select whatever angle you want and you can just stop whenever you want, or you can also select up to 3 different favorite angles that you can instantly tap and select, and then the camera will just go to that angle that you have selected. And there are also a few weird features that is incorporated because of this weird little feature. For example, panoramic shots. It automatically pans the entire view for you, so you just have to hold it still. And then there's also another feature called motion tracking, if I remember correctly. It works okayly, but it's just weird. The overall picture quality that comes out of the ASUS Zenfone 8 Flip is actually pretty good out of all the 3 cameras. I have no complaints overall, and it kind of also looks like the Zenfone 8 compact version as well, so that's good. And ASUS highlighted to us multiple times that the ASUS Zenfone 8 Flip is the successor of the Zenfone 7, not the Zenfone 7 Pro. That is an important distinction because the Zenfone 8 Flip does not have OIS. So that means if you're using the rear-facing camera, I mean you can only use the rear-facing camera to record videos, then it only has EIS to help you stabilize your footages, which to me personally, I really do prefer a physical OIS instead of EIS, because EIS, it's handled by software, and if the software messes up a little bit, you will see artifacts in the video, for example, warping. And I mean, looking at footages right here, the ASUS Zenfone 8 Flip can take some good looking videos, especially when it's stabilized using its EIS algorithm. I would say it's not perfect, but it's very good in terms of EIS. Like in this very bumpy terrain here, the footage is kept very well stabilized, but when it starts to shift the framing, then it's very jarring and also very sudden. So I don't know if you notice it, maybe I captured some of the videos, which I'll show it to you here. And behind me, looks like it's gonna rain, so yeah. And this really broke my heart because the ASUS Zenfone 8 Flip, if it has OIS, then this phone will be perfect for travels, for both photography and also for vlogging. And because this camera can rotate to become a selfie camera, there is no dedicated front-facing camera on this phone. So what you get is a full 6.67-inch AMOLED screen at the front with 2400 by 1080 pixels in resolution, and it also runs up to a 90Hz refresh rate. And yeah, 90Hz on the Zenfone 8 Flip instead of 120Hz, which you get on the compact Zenfone 8. For me, this refresh rate thing don't really matter much, so I don't give two. Other than that, we also need to highlight about the Zenfone 8 Flip's battery, which is a 5000 mAh battery, lasts for a day. I mean, you need to be a bit frugal, but it does work. But we should also highlight that we are locking it in at 90Hz refresh rate. In the Zen UI software, they have an option that automatically adapts to whatever you're viewing on screen. So maybe it goes down to 60, sometimes it goes to 90 in certain apps. But for me, if I'm going to use high refresh rate, I'm gonna lock it in. And then there's also a 30 watts charger included inside the box, which also supports USB PD. However, as for the charging time, what we're showing here is probably not what you are going to get, because we got this graph literally by disabling all of the battery protection options. ASUS highly recommends you to turn on features like steady charging that is built into Zen UI to protect and prolong your battery's health. And also, as a quick mention here before we end this video, the ASUS Zenfone 8 Flip comes with the Snapdragon 888 chipset. It's gonna run hot, of course. And finally, the price. This phone is priced at 2,999 ringgit. In my opinion, it's an okay price. There's a reasonable price gap between the Zenfone 8 Compact and also the Zenfone 8 Flip that we have here. But I do feel like ASUS is putting too many eggs into the Zenfone 8 Compact basket, because the lack of OIS on the ASUS Zenfone 8 Flip is just it's disappointing. If there's OIS, then this phone will be perfect. I mean, I'm just salty about the fact that there's no OIS. And that's it. If you just want to take pictures, then OIS doesn't really matter that much, but for videos, it's gonna matter a lot. So that's it. That's all we have to share with you about the ASUS Zenfone 8 Flip. And we'll see you guys in the next video.